is Ashleigh Drew, and this is the sheep brain dissection. This is Ever, this is Damien. So the first one that I'm going to label is the longitudinal fissure. Longitudinal fissure is right here. It's this line that goes down the center of the brain. And this is also from a superior view. It's the top of the brain. Okay, the second part I'm going to label is the frontal lobe. Frontal lobe is this part right here. So this is also from a superior view because it's the top of the brain. The third part that I'm going to be labeling is the temporal lobe. The temporal lobe is over here on the side. And this is from a lateral view because lateral is on the side. The fourth part I'm going to be labeling is the pons. Pons is this part right here. And this is also the inferior view because this is the bottom, the bottom of the brain. The fifth part I'm going to be labeling is the medulla oblongata. It's this part right here. This is also still the inferior view of the brain. The sixth part I'm going to be labeling is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is this part right here. And this is also from a lateral view. So for the next part of the dissection, I'm going to be labeling some of the internal parts of the brain. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is cut straight down the longitudinal fissure to split the brain in half so that I can label the internal parts. Good enough. Yeah. So now you can see the internal parts of the brain. Okay, so the first part that I'm going to label is the corpus callosum, and it is this part right here. It goes like that. This little, so and that's from a lateral view. Second part I'm going to label is the lateral ventricle, and it is this part right here, this little opening right there. So you're just going to stick that right in there. Third part I'm going to be labeling is the thalamus. The thalamus is this part right here. It goes down like that. That's it, right there. So there's that. That is the thalamus from a lateral view. The fourth part I'm going to be labeling is the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is right down here, the bottom of the thalamus. So we go. What? Yeah, the hypothalamus from a lateral view. Next part I'm going to be labeling is the arbor vitae, and it is this tree-like structure right here. It's actually really, really pretty. So there's the arbor vitae from a lateral view. The next part I'm going to be labeling is the spinal cord. Spinal cord is this part right here, the end of the little tail looking piece. And there is the spinal cord from a lateral view.